Hey, this is Francie Winslow, and we can connect further at franciewinslow.com. But for now, I'd love to take a minute and chat with you about how to protect the connection in your marriage from the distraction and the division that can come from devices. Okay, get that? That's a lot of D's. But I was just speaking at a MOPS group this morning. I'm actually on the way home now, and so I thought I would, before I put the car in gear, I would just do a quick video and talk about that, because I think it's real, and I think it's not only me, because I feel it, but I think it's so many people, so many couples, so many families are feeling the push and the pressure of devices and the impact that that's having on our real life. And so I was talking about the power of married sex and the opportunity for connection that there is, but you can't get around the reality that devices impact our marriage and even impact the connection that we have, and sometimes keep us from connection in sex because we're so distracted. So I wanted to give you a tip after I talked to some wives today, some moms who are discouraged about where they're at with their marriages and where they are with their connection with their husbands. So this is the tip that I have for you guys today to protect your marriage, protect your connection from division and from distraction. So one thing that actually my husband started doing it to me, and it really convicted me and moved us into a place of further connection, is every time he reached for his phone, say we're in the kitchen hanging out, he'd reach for his phone, but he'd say, before he picked it up, he'd say, "Hey, Francie, do you mind if I text my friend? Because I was making plans and I want to see if the plans are still on." Or, "Hey, Francie, do you mind if I check my email real quick because I was expecting a message?" Or, "Francie, do you mind if I check my voicemail because I was wondering about this one comment or this one conversation?" So basically, every time he picked up his phone, he asked my permission. And you know what that did? That totally convicted me that I so easily and mindlessly pick up my phone or in his presence. And it's really an issue of honor and respect that when we use our phones in the presence of another, especially our family, it really shows, it creates a culture of dishonor and disrespect. So I didn't feel controlled by that or pressured by that. I felt like convicted and, wow, I want to do that. So now we've created this thing where every time we pick up the phone to do something, we ask permission. And I hope and pray that it impacts our kids, and that our kids don't grow up thinking that to be an adult is to be on your phone all the time. And so anyway, it has implications, and I pray that that tip encourages you that whenever you pick up your phone, beginning to ask permission. I even do it to my kids. I say, "Hey, do you guys mind if I make a quick phone call?" It's a level of accountability, and it just keeps things in check because devices are with us all the time. Studies even show that a large majority of people sleep with them in their beds. They're just pervasive in our culture, and we need to draw a line so that they don't become divisive and distracting, but yet devices can be used for good. So that's my tip for today: how to avoid division and distraction from devices and how to protect your connection. Hope it encourages you, and thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'd love to see you at franciewinslow.com, where we can talk further about experiencing a honeymoon marriage and seeing God's real love impact your real life.